Thank you. And the timer, if we could see.
Timing would be
No.
shared.
The timer, if we can see him, because I'm on the phone.
Yes, we will make sure that we are testing the timings.
What I'm saying is, I mean, on a phone, will he be visible to me?
If it is visible, then we will only proceed. Toastmaster Anusha.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Raju. So I also have a few requests. First of all, could you please in the chat is completely disabled. So could you enable the chat with uh, with the host and the co-host rather than completely off?
Tech Master, can you please do that?
Give me a
The
moment.
second thing is I can see certain backup devices on which video is switched off. Can we request all the participants to turn off their videos, not only on their primary device, but also on the secondary devices as well. And the third thing is, can we check the sheet of paper with them, if not done yet? The sheet of paper on which they will be
Yes.
writing their
So
marks.
there would be a approval of the sheet on which you would be writing your evaluation. I would request everyone to please show your sheet. It should be a paper, plain paper. I can see for C11 Drishya. I can see for C1 Yuvraj. I can see for C5 Mallika. Neeraj Pandey, do you have a paper or a diary? Paper. Okay. Rovanthi, I can see. C8 Shubham, I can see.
These are a few A4 sheets, and this is the pen.
Okay. C6 Narayana, I can see. Mayur, you have your background blur, so please remove that. C4 Anusha, thank you. Tushar, thank you. We have backup devices. Can we have cameras on these devices? Anusha, Drishya, C10 Mansi. Mansi, are you in the room?
That's very difficult, because once I mean, it gives a different angle altogether and it's at the back. Once you can see me, I'm not moving. Either I log out, I don't know, because I don't know how to keep on. It comes from the back, my backup devices. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm visible throughout. I'm not moving at all.
Raju. Yeah, she's completely correct. That was a mistake on my part. So when she is visible, that is fine.
Thank you, Mansi. We can see. Neeraj Pandey. Yeah, I request everyone, all the contestants, to please keep your cameras on every time, all the time, not every time. Okay. Now this is the time to start the contest. If anyone have any questions, please let me know. Okay. Thank you, Timer and Tech Master. Are we all good?
Yes, contestant, we are good to go.
I would like to invite the test speaker for the contest. May I request the Tech Master to put on spotlight Rashika, our test speaker for the day. And also share the timing cards. Rashika, please confirm if you're able to see the timing cards. Now, since if you're logging from the laptop, if you're only able to see the screen shared, you can change your view from the right top corner and you can do it like side by side.
I have
And you can,
joined from the tab, but I'm unable to switch the screen. I only have options to switch to the gallery view and the screen being shared.
yeah,
So
so
I can.
Rashika, you don't need to do this because you would be seeing the timing cards only.
Okay, so where it's written evaluate to elevate, the screens would
Yeah.
be changing there only.
Yes.
Okay,
Timer, can you please change to the colors?
yeah, perfect. It's changing. Thank you.
Please confirm the color of the cards as well.
Right? Okay, it's gray, green, yellow, yeah, red.
Thank you. Toastmaster Rashika Suneja, the uninvited guest, Rashika Suneja.
Imagine you are hosting a party or maybe attending one. Music, dance, laughter, fun, food, everything is perfect. Suddenly, an uninvited guest barges in. How would you feel? Confused, surprised, intruded upon, as if someone has stepped into your personal space without permission. Would you let that person disrupt your all party? Or would you let yourself be the one you were? You might be thinking it depends upon who the intruder is. Exactly. Beware. You actually deal with these uninvited guests every single day. They are so sneaky and clever that they often arrive disguised. They don't just visit, they rob you. By the time you realize, you find yourself standing at the edge of emptiness. Contestants, contest officials, and my dear audience, any ideas on who these uninvited guests might be? Surprise! These intruders are universally called negative thoughts. They don't just visit, they rob your attention. By the time you realize, you have already drained out. They kidnap your motivation, ransack your energy. With their remarkable, impromptu storytelling skills, they tell you the most convincing stories, weaving it with what if, what if, what if, smartly trapping you in their web of tensions. I remember scoring just 40% in one of my exams when this uninvited guest showed up with its entire gang. What if this score ruins your overall percentage? This is my master's degree. I can't compensate. This will ruin my overall percentage. What if I won't get admission in a good university? I'll ruin my family's reputation. I might have to start another course. Everyone will laugh at me. What will I do later? What if I won't become a counselor? Why can't I make my parents proud? Why didn't I study harder? I visualized my life completely falling apart, imagining me standing at a corner, everyone else looking at me, making me feel like an odd one out. This is just one. There are many. Every time this uninvited guest has showed up, it's not just me, it's you, and we all. Our stories might be different, but every day we weave these kind of stories that drain us completely. At those moments, advice is like, don't take tension, only adds to frustration. We don't invite tension, they just show up. During that moment, suggestions, the classic advice, think positive, feels impossible to follow for someone who has no mental energy left. As a result, we keep getting trapped in the drain of negativity. I once mentioned this concern to someone. The wise soul offered me a powerful antidote, a cure for tension, which isn't forcing positivity. She said the cure for tension is attention. Negative thoughts are sneaky, they will show up uninvited the moment you realize them stealing your mental peace. Attention. Think about COVID. When we paused our lives for some time, we slowed the virus from spreading. Think about the non cooperation movement slowed, when Indians rejected the British Empire's clothing, they slowed their empire from expanding. Same happens with the negative thoughts. Pausing for some times gives us our control back, putting us back in control, making us back in focus. Leaders, next time this uninvited guest showed up again. But that moment, I knew my mantra. It might visit you too. But what you have to do, whenever you feel like getting in the trap of these negative thoughts, pause for a moment, think what you can do, redirect your focus, and deal with them mindfully. Your life, you are the host. These uninvited guests, not invited. Over to you, contestant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashika. Now we will give 5 minutes to the contestant to write down their evaluation. Timer, please give me red card when the 5 minutes are up. Now I request all the contestants to please fold down your sheet and show on the screen. Please fold your sheet. Yes, everyone please do that. Techmaster, I request you to please send everyone except contestant number 1 to the breakout room. Yes, we need to fold down the sheets. We need to showcase it to the camera. Yeah.
Contest chair, I'm sending everyone into the breakout room except contestant number 1.
Yes. Thank you.
Everyone, please accept the request to join the breakout room, also from your backup devices. Mm. Contest chair, I think you might need to go to the breakout room to ask Anusha to join breakout room from backup device 2. Even from Trishya too.
Just 1 second. Anusha.
Anusha, if you are here, please accept my request to join breakout room. Also, Trishya, if you are here.
Now I would request Techmaster to bring contestant number 1 to the spotlight and do the audio video and also the timing cards check.
Sure. Contestant number 1.
Toastmaster, contestant number 1, Yuvraj, can you say something?
Am I audible?
Yes.
May
The
I
timing
proceed?
cards?
May I
Yes.
proceed, Postmodel? Contestant number 1, Yuvraj, please repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day.
Today is a beautiful day.
Perfect. You are clearly audible as well as visible. Now look at the timer cards and please tell the colors that you can see on your screen.
Green,
Now,
yellow, red.
perfect. Contest chair, I confirm that contestant number 1, Yuvraj, is clearly audible and visible, and also he can see all the timer cards. Over to you.
Thank you. Also, can I get a confirmation from our judges? Are they able to hear Riddhi and Kaushik? Okay, I can see a thumbs up from Riddhi. From DTM Kaushik.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the evaluation I was speaking on mute. So, our speaker, Master Yoga, I really like the way you brought forward the speech. In
Master Kaushik, just wanted to confirm whether you're able to hear the contestant.
yes, I could. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let's move forward. Welcoming our contestant number 1, Yuvraj Malhotra. Contestant number 1, Yuvraj Malhotra. Over to you.
Uninvited guest, uninvited guest. Firstly, the title was very catchy. When the word uninvited guest come in our mind, we just thought, we are eager to know that how we deal with them, know about their background, from where they came to know about the party. The opening was very great. Imagine. You are able to engage the audience by using the word imagine. The confidence level was very great that you were able to explain it about the uninvited guest. Firstly, it was very interesting. You add the questions that have you ever faced about any uninvited guest? Sometimes what I feel that uninvited guests sometimes can be fruitful or beneficial, that you can have a networking and it can be proved to be dangerous, it can or cost an arm or leg. But the way you say about the way you presented your topic, your speech, it was amazing. Because I believe that having these catchy topics will help the audience remember. Or she was that girl that her topic was uninvited guest. And you were using the hand gestures. I like the way you use it. Because just saying like this and not using your hands, it just made the speech boring. But you were using their hands and just expressing it. The way you express it, I like it. Your energy was good. Firstly, I like the words you use. Ransack, kidnap. Some recommendations. Voice modulation. You can say it like this. Imagine. Well, you can use a sad tone that what will happen if I will fail and my parents make, what will the parents will say? And you can also add uninvited guest. Please have some rest. And adding a voice modulation will make the speech more interesting. And add some pauses just to engage the audience so that the audience don't feel bored. And the conclusion, you can just add like you are the host, the ball is in your court to how to deal with uninvited guests, to allow them to have some rest or not. Overall, it was a great speech, and the conclusion was good that you are the host and how to deal with uninvited guests. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yuvraj. Now we will observe 1 minute silence to judges to mark their ballots. Now, please give me red card when 1 minute is up. Toastmaster Yuvraj, you need to keep your camera on. Thank you, timer. Now I would like to ask one of our judges, Toastmaster Reddy, to share a short feedback to the contestant.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Toastmaster Yuvraj, you presented a wonderful evaluation for the speech of Toastmaster Rashika. You did the analytics of her speech very calmly and politely. Your language also was doing justice to the language what Rashika had used in her test speech. The only recommendation to you I would like to give is two recommendations basically. First one, you yourself use the title of the speech so many times. Like I could listen multiple times, uninvited guest, uninvited guest. So that was an unnecessary repetition that I felt. Another thing, your eye contact. Many a times you were looking to your paper and reading. So I would suggest, though you can look at the paper, either you keep paper in front so that your eye contact is also managed with the audience. So that is where if the speaker is making eye contact, even you when delivering your speech need to have eye contact with the audience. So that's the only thing for your suggestion. Over to you, contestant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Reddy. Now I would request our tech master to bring contestant number 2 into the main room.
Honor Chair, may I have your permission to bring the second contestant?
Yes, please. Please bring contestant number 2 into the main room and do audio, video, and the timings check.
Sure. Contestant number 2, please turn on your mic. All right. Could you please repeat after me that today is a beautiful day? We can't hear you, Toastmaster Mayur.
I think your headset is muted. Maybe that
If you're
headset is
ready,
muted from the button that you have.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Today is a beautiful
oh,
day.
perfect. Now, please look at your screen and please tell us the color that you can see on your screen.
I see gray color,
Now,
green, yellow, red.
perfect. Uh,
I
Contestant,
can
I
refer
confirm. Yeah,
to my sheet now.
Yes.
uh, Contestant, I can confirm that the contestant number 2 is clearly audible and visible. And over
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Now it's time for the contestant number 2, Mayur Vadavani. Contestant number 2, Mayur Vadavani.
About 2 months back, I visited Ladakh with many of my friends. While we were on the way, I asked them to stop because I wanted to let that picturesque landscape sink in. That's what the targeted speaker did really well. Ladies and gentlemen, the targeted speaker took that crucial pauses in between, which let the audience have that message, have that all content which she was trying to deliver sink in. So kudos to that. Someone have rightly said, if you tell me something I may forget. But if you want me to make it remember, show me that. And that's what the targeted speaker did. By use of the props, she made sure that we were able to recall that bad thoughts as that image of the demon. And very shrewdly, she managed to have the reference of those people who were coming in the background to show us that these may be the intruders in our minds, in our thoughts. And that visualizations help the audience to remember what she is trying to tell. So kudos to that. Sometimes in a storytelling, and and every good storyteller would agree, and you would have might see that all the comedians in the world would also tell the stories about themselves at a place when the targeted speaker was telling a story like that. She tried telling that, but she could have completed it in a way that when she was telling that I was down, I was thinking about these thoughts, those were coming in, I was standing in the corner. But then she could have bought some more personalities in that. She could have, also introduced some more persons in that, so that we could have related with that story well. This could have been the core of the uh, speech. This could have been, uh, featured well. So that is something which could have been done well. For any Toastmaster speech, the messages are the key, and the targeted speaker made sure the messages were there throughout the speech, and she made sure that she was repeating it. So that is something which is to be recommended about which is something to be commended about the speech. Overall, it was a good mix of the content, the message, the delivery. For the next speech, for as a challenge which I would want to give to the speaker, is to make sure that when she is delivering these speeches, she is utilizing the space of which is provided to her well, so that the audience is not feeling monotonous. Overall, it was a good package which gave us a good message. Over to you, the contest chair.
Thank you so much, contestant number 2. Now let's observe for silence 1 minute. Master Umesh, did you bring contestant number 3 already in the room?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much, Tech Master. Is there any possibility we can send back contestant number 3 quickly to the breakout room?
Yep, sure. I mistakenly did it. Don't worry.
Yeah. The contestant will only be brought to the room when I ask.
It was slip of mouse. I'm really sorry.
No issues. Thank you.
So I go back?
Yes, you need to go back.
Okay.
And I request contestant number 1, contestant number 2 to keep your cameras on.
Ravanti, could you please accept my request to join breakout room?
Thank you so much. Now I would ask our one of judges, DTM Kaushik, to share feedback of contestant number 2.
Sure. Thank you. So first of all, a hearty congratulations to contestant number 2 for sharing the evaluation. I really like the tone in which you were presenting the recommendations, like in an understanding way of passing on the message. I also liked that you had tried to put in the approach wherein you share the commendations, then share the points you feel need to work on, and then you went towards trying to do summarization. I have a couple of recommendations for you only. One is when you were giving away your recommendations, for example, when you told about in the first recommendation that you said, you mentioned that you would like to see a few more things added. Now, what are those in specific? Maybe an example that you were looking forward, maybe a character that you bring in, how that character would have looked, or I mean, sounded or been presented, or where the change could have been made specifically. That would have, in a little more details, would have helped the speaker or the audience to have a better takeaway. And in the summary, when you are summarizing, maybe just the bullet points in a more concise manner will help. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would request Tech Master to bring contestant number 3 into the main room.
Contestant number 3, could you please turn on your mic? Perfect. Please, please repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day.
Today is a beautiful day.
Perfect. Now please look at your screen and tell us which color you can see on your screen.
Gray,
Now,
green, yellow, red.
perfect. Contestant, I confirm that contestant number 3, Rohanti, is clearly audible and visible. Over to you.
So much, Tech Master. Let's welcome our next contestant, Rovanti Neha Base, contestant number 3. Contestant number 3, Rovanti Neha Base.
Is the uninvited guest? Is the uninvited guest? It is you. Your negative thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, you see how the speaker beautifully portrayed her thoughts and emotions. She came up with her key message, which was perfectly in line with the rest of her content. My dear ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as the uninvited guest, the negative thought came into her mind, came into her space, we could see how she was surprised, how she was confused and angry. We could see her hands began to clench, her face began to scrunch. She was damn good with her facial features and her body language. And of course, the use of probes could not be forgotten. My dear friend, the speaker came up with a lot of positivity here, but then there's also room for improvement. Although the speaker was confidently speaking here in front of you all, taking the center stage, she could have moved a little bit here, a little bit there, speaking a little more, speaking a little lower. She could have worked on with her vocal variety. Although she was good with her highs and lows, but still a little bit of differentiation would have been a cherry on the cake. Overall, when she asked, what if the web of tensions grab me? This could have been said in a better way. What if the web of negativities come into my life and kidnap me? this sort of vocal variety could have added and given her more depth to her speech. The audience would have engaged even more because this was something which each person here could relate to. She came up with a lot of emotions here. Overall, her speech was to the point, very well stated to her speech objective. Her title was in pure alignment with that. And if the speaker went on to improve further, it'd be great for her. Over to contest chair. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, contestant number 3. Now let's observe 1 minute of silence to judges to mark their ballots. You can have your seat, keeping your camera on.
Great. Thank you.
So much timer. Since you changed the screen, can you confirm 1 minute is over?
Not yet. Only 20 seconds are left.
Okay. Thank you so much, timer. Now I would like to ask Jess Riddhi to share a short feedback for the contestant number 3.
Toastmaster Neha, it was wonderful hearing you. The way you presented your evaluation speech was really mind-blowing. I totally liked how you were standing and delivering your speech, along with the hand gestures and body language. Even you included your stage area as well. Your commendations for the test speaker was to the point, apt. Your recommendation of stage movement and vocal variety was also to the point. For you, I would like to recommend two things again. First thing, when you said the speaker could have mentioned the recommendation of stage area. So you could have explained exactly at what stage area, like what area she could speak what. Like for one place, she could deliver 1 point, and for another place, she could deliver another point. You could have explained that as well. The another thing that you missed in your evaluation speech was, how the key message was shared by her. That was what I was looking for your speech also. You missed the main intent, like key message. That's it for you. Over to you, contestant.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
judges.
much.
I will request Tech Master to bring contestant number 4 to the main room.
Contestant number 4, Anusha, could you please turn on your mic?
Tech Master, can you also make sure that you bring all the backup devices?
That's
Yeah,
all
sure.
right. I'll have to join. I'll have to go there and join. I think that can remain there. It shouldn't harm.
Okay, yeah, we can go.
My only problem is I need to see the timer because I'm seeing it on my phone and I can see you only. I can't see Umesh. Yeah, now I can see.
All right. So can we proceed, contestant?
Please go ahead with the audio video and followed by the timings.
One
Sure.
sec, please. My timings is what confuses me sometimes. I only can see one, but now I see you. Will Umesh remain on my screen throughout when I'm speaking?
Anusha, let's please go ahead with the audio video. I confirm that we are able to hear Anusha and we are able to see also. Can you please move forward with the timing?
Sure. So contestant number 4, Anusha, please look at your screen and tell us which color you can see on your screen.
Gray.
Perfect. Now,
Green,
now,
yellow. So Mesh, this is how I see it. Yeah, I can see red.
Yeah.
perfect. Contest here, I confirm that contestant number 4, Toastmaster Anusha, is clearly audible and visible, and also she can see all the colors on her screen.
Thank you
Over to
so
you.
much. Thank you so much. I can see a raise of hand from Riddhi. Riddhi, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just her backup device is in the breakout room.
Yes.
So one device is in main room, one device in breakout room won't work.
Okay.
I'll
Tech
go
Master,
in.
can you please bring all the devices to the main room?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
It can be done by TechMaster itself. You can remove the second device from the breakout room
Yeah, okay.
if she doesn't want to move.
No, I can go. Yeah, it's okay. I'll do it from here.
Yeah, please do, and I will confirm after that.
I'll go and go and do it.
Yeah, sure, please do that.
I've done it.
Anusha, I think you had two devices, if I'm not wrong. One was Anusha Khurana and one was Anusha iPhone, if I'm not
So
wrong.
I'm using Anusha's iPhone and Anusha Khurana I've got back in.
All right.
So we do not have
Contest,
any backup device in the breakout room. I confirm I have seen it.
perfect.
Thank you. Let's welcome our next contestant. Contestant number 4, Anusha Khurana. Contestant number 4. Contestant number 4, Anusha Khurana.
The unwanted guest. What an impeccable topic to be given to something which we kept on wondering what it was all about. Was it the people moving behind on the screen? Was it the devil she brought up? No, it was negative thoughts. So, what an impeccable beginning to the speech. Thereafter came the fact that the speaker was so calm, composed, and so much in rhythm with a topic which needed somebody to be calm in. And she had very incisive words. She had incisive examples, telling things like the non cooperation movement, etc., which connected with the topic. Now, in such a holistically gripping speech, one started wondering what is it that she can tweak? Now, the first thing which came to mind was she wanted negative thoughts to be rooted out of our psyche, but she gave only one solution. She talked of focus or attention, which is positive, which is great. But how do you translate it into reality? That she couldn't tell. In her place, I would have said, can you see the people moving behind me? Those are your negative thoughts. Root them out. Close your eyes. So the first tweaking I would have done is given a practical solution. Tweak number 2. Vocal variety was the forte of this speech. She had beautiful sentences. I'll illustrate like, what if? What if? What if I don't score good enough marks in the exam? What will I do? But she spoke at a very calm pace, which was good, but which needed to have been changed here. So this was point number 2. Point number 3, which came to mind, was that your cards are moving wrong. Anyway, point number 3, which came to mind, was there were unwanted people moving in the background, which were the negative thoughts, which should have been rooted out. There should not have been any movement behind the screen, or there should have been some kind of alert that there are unwanted people who are unwanted thoughts which are coming right behind. So just like the unwanted thought, like the screen moved right now for me from red, yellow, green, that was an unwanted thought which I should have rooted out immediately. The speaker should have given some solution like that. So beautiful beginning, gripping talking, one focus solution only, the ability to have vocal variety. These were the points which summarized the speech. But overall, I would say the speaker was the perfect illustration of gripping the audience with a hook. The unwanted guest, the unwanted guest, the unwanted guest. Kudos, kudos, and kudos to you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Now, please Observe silence for 1 minute for judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Now I would ask DTM Kaushik to share a short feedback to the contestant.
Thank you. So, congratulations, Toastmaster Anusha, for the wonderful evaluation. I really love the energy that you brought in, the specificity of the commendations and the recommendations, the summary and the overall way you conducted the evaluation or delivered the evaluation. Only one recommendation I have for you is that when you were delivering the recommendation points, in some cases, the words that were used came out like the speaker could not achieve something or needs to change it. And in some cases, it was like the speaker should do all these things. So instead of putting it this way, if we can make it sound like the speaker could have done this, or speaker could have, like the word could, the verb could, maybe make the recommendation sound a little more polite and a little more motivating from the technique part of the evaluation. Otherwise, great job done. It had all the right boxes checked. Thank you so much.
So much. Tech Master, can you please bring next contestant to the main room?
Sure. Contestant number 5, please turn on your mic and please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Today is a wonderful day.
Perfect. Now please look at your screen and tell us which color you can see on your screen.
It's gray.
Now,
It's green. Yellow. Red.
perfect.
Can you
Contest
please
chair, I
confirm once
confirm.
again? The timing cards, can you please confirm once again quickly?
Gray. Green. Yellow. And red.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's welcome our next contestant, Mallika Bardia. Contestant number 5, Mallika Bardia. Contestant number 5.
The uninvited guest. My speaker just hooked up the audience with the title that she preferred. Very good afternoon to contest chair, judges, and all the members present in this room. Imagination is the key of creativity, and my target speaker used this creativity tool pretty well. In the first half itself, she said to the audience, imagine what if someone comes to you as an uninvited guest. This is the better opening. To remove the communication barriers, my target speaker used some excellent awakening movements and the gestures, like standing at the edge of emptiness. What if, attention, attention, and she said, it's you, it's you. Coming to the content of the speech, my target speaker
connected the whole idea with a personal story where she told about how in the college life she got this uninvited guest in her life and how she handled it. To connect this, she used a prop as well, where she gave the shape to the negativity. As we know, negativity, it's just a word, it's a thought, but she gave a shape through a prop that she used. It gave the audience better idea how to imagine the whole story, as well as the conclusion where she gave the message, redirect your focus, and your life is the one that you have to host. Made the speech more perfect. But as our tech master said, that feedback is the breakfast for all the speakers. I too have the feedback for my speaker. As you know, that voice modulation just not the break the tonality of the speech, monotonality of the speech, but it just also gave the heights to the speech. My target speaker used the word like surprise and attention, but I didn't saw any high pitch over there. I would recommend my target speaker, if you are saying surprise, you could have said tada, surprise, and you could have said attention. There you could have used your voice modulation. And pause breaks the connection. Here, my target speaker didn't use the pause when she said, everyone will laugh at me. What I'll do? She just directly stated it. The way I said it, you could have said it too. And if I rate my target speaker, confidence was 5 out of 5, voice tonality 3 out of 5, pause 2 out of 5, and voice smoothness 5 out of 5. With this, my target speaker delivered a great speech. I would like to say her best of luck and thank you for the time.
Thank you so much, contestant number 5. Now, please observe 1 minute of silence. Thank you, timer. Now, I would request Judge Riddhi to please share a short feedback to the contestant number 5.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Mallika. You presented a wonderful evaluation. Your opening of the evaluation speech was wonderful and mind-blowing to the point. What I would like to suggest you for is, when you presented the recommendation of voice modulation, you yourself could have explained exactly what kind of voice modulation you have enacted that thing. And another thing, what I found was, for you, time management. Like you started conclusion at the red card, and I thought that you just wind up too fast. Instead, you could have started your conclusion at the yellow card so that you could conclude your evaluation speech better. That's it from my end. Over to you.
So much, Toastmaster Riddhi. Tech Master, please bring next contestant to the main room.
Contestant number 7, Tushar, please turn on your mic and please repeat after.
Is it my
Contestant number
turn?
6. Contestant number 6.
Mm, Contestant number 6 is, I can't see him.
I can see Narayan in the room. I could go ahead
Just
and-
one second. Just one second.
Contest chair, please check. I can't see contestant number 6 in the breakout room.
Can you send contestant number 7 to the breakout room? I'm bringing the contestant number 6.
Give me a moment. Contest chair, I can't even send him. I can't see him in even the main room right now. So could you please take over right now for a while?
Yeah.
So I need to go ahead or I'll be going back
No,
to.
please. Yeah, you would be going back to the breakout room.
Okay.
So, Tushar, can you please go to leave the meeting and then you would be going back?
Rejoin?
Yes. Just one second. Let me try once again because we are not seeing the main room.
Because meeting room is locked. Not sure if I leave, then I'll be able to join back.
Tech Master, can you please unlock the meeting room quickly?
So
Done.
shall I leave now and rejoin?
Yes.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Just one second.
He has left. Contest chair, I think I might need to rejoin because I can't see some features in the Zoom meeting. So I might leave and I might join again. Is it fine?
Yes, please.
Contest chair, please provide me the co-host rights.
Yeah, done.
And just want to confirm, have you requested contestant number 6 to come on the main room? Tushar, I'm sending you in the breakout room.
Yeah, Tushar is in the breakout room now. We are waiting for the contestant number 6.
Well, I still can't see him in the breakout room.
Yeah, Tushar is with the Tushar name, if you can see in room 1.
Contest chair, the contestant number 6 is not in the main room as well as not even in the breakout room, if you can see. I think we are facing some technical glitch. In the meanwhile, I request all the contestants to keep their video on.
I'm really sorry, all the contestants and participants. We are having a technical glitch and we're trying to resolve it as soon as possible.
Contestant, do I send the contestant number 7 to the breakout room?
Yes. Tech Master, kindly move ahead with contestant number 7 because contestant number 6 is not able to join.
All right.
We do not have further time. We cannot wait. Yes, please bring contestant number 7 into the main room.
Right. Contestant number 7, please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Today is a wonderful day.
Now please look at your screen.
Sorry, your voice is not very clear. Maybe.
Yeah, timer, please share the timing cards. We can hear
Could you
contestant number
please
7 clearly.
contestant number 7, please tell us which color you can see on the screen.
Yeah, I can see the timing card, gray color.
Timer, please change the cards.
Red.
Uh, I'm not sure, like someone
Can you
internet
please
connection.
go backward? Please quickly go backward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green, orange, yellow, and red.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Tushar, contestant number 7. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Tushar.
How many of you have dealt with a situation where you see a lot of uninvited guests? I think most of us do, where we don't welcome the uninvited guests. But that's problem is not something we can avoid it. We better have to learn how to deal with such scenario. That's how the today's target speaker shown the journey from uninvited guest to how to adopt with the situation. And irony was that when she was speaking, there were some uninvited guests at the back, but it did not disturb her at all. And she could still continue with her speech. That shows how the speaker confident is with the content and with such uninvited guest. Along with it, prop was used at the max. The prop for the negative thoughts were utilized very good because our mind is more than words. It captured the images, and that registered in our mind negative thoughts, positive thoughts. So the also the test speaker also deliver with emotions, where we all are able to connect with the thoughts, with the problems, and along with its solution very well. That's the target speaker delivery well. However, I have a few suggestions where target speaker could work upon. One is voice modulation. However, she used voice modulation very good. However, to reach from good to excellent, she could more work on the voice modulation. Like whenever she is showing the negative thoughts, she could also dramatize a little bit or more to increase high volume, little bit low volume, so that people can differentiate negative thought, positive thoughts. So it should reflect with energy. So that's how people can also, receive it very well. Also, I feel like the hand gesture was used bad, good. However, it could be used better, like with such movements, close, open, and then wide movement. And also, I would say the stage movement was maybe it's online. However, she could also go a little bit upward, little bit backward, like this way. So that's how she could improve upon a little bit things. However, I would say in the end, the it was very all audience received the message very well. However, it to reach from good to excellent if she could work upon like voice modulation, little bit stage movement, and the emotion with the speech, then it would be reaching from great to excellent speech. Thank you. Over to the contest chair.
Thank you so much. Now I would request DTM Kaushik to share a short feedback to the contestant number 7.
Yeah, thank you. So, firstly, congratulations on that wonderfully delivered evaluation. I really loved your style of summarizing and also the specific recommendations that you shared. Uh, in the speech. One recommendation for you is maybe try to have a little more simple sentences. You're using a lot of conjunctions like and all over the speech, all over your evaluation speech. So as a result of it, it may be a little difficult for the speaker or the others to follow at times with too much information crammed into one sentence. Just breaking them into simple sentences will make your evaluation sound smoother. It will also help people follow it more smoothly. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your wonderful evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM Kaushik. Tech Master, please bring contestant number 8 to the main room. Yeah, please go ahead with audio, video, and timing check.
Yep. Contestant number 8, please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Today is a wonderful day.
Perfect. Now please look at your screen closely and let us know which color you can see on your screen. Please tell.
It's a gray color, top right corner. It's green, yellow, and red.
Oh,
Now the background
no,
is green,
Yeah,
perfect now.
yellow, and red.
Perfect. Uh, Contestant, I think he is clearly audible, visible, and also he can see all the cards. But I think his voice is a little bit low. So please confirm if we can proceed.
once again, it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Thank you so much. Let's welcome our next contestant, Shubham Chopra, contestant number 8. Contestant number 8, Shubham Chopra.
Yes. So the speaker came very well prepared, and the background and the theme, and she was very well prepared with the dress, and everything seemed perfect. The way she started about her speech. She delved into a story of her personal story, which talked about how she got over the intruders in her life. The intruders, and one thing I got very much impressed with, if it was intentional or unintentional, that the people who were moving around from here to there in the background, were they intentional or unintentional? I don't know, but they were like the chef's kiss. It really upped the ante of the speech she gave. Apart from that, the expressions she gave were on point. The movement of her eyebrows, the movement of her body, it was on point. Apart from that, one or two recommendations I have, that she would have used her stage area and the real estate which has been given to her for this speech more more appropriately. Like she was here constrained while giving and showing the props in the form of the intruders. It was very good, but it would have been enhanced for the next time to move and to use the real estate of the screen, like, yeah, these kind of intruders uh, just try to hold me down, and whatever the message she was delivering, that uh, in those kind of moments, the tension only raises your frustration. These kind of message, with the more appropriate use of the real estate which has been given on the screen, would have would have worked like a cherry on the cake. Apart from that, one thing which I noticed in the respected speaker was her voice was very clear, her tonality was there, but somewhat I found that energy point of view was missing. The energy, the oomph she could have uh, got in the speech while delivering her speech, it was somewhat lacking. And apart from that,
When she mentioned about her stories, how she got 40% marks, she could have lowered her voice, and how she overcame those negative thoughts of passing her mastery of her master's degree. She could have raised her energy up and talked about it. And overall, the speech was very nice. The expressions were bang on point. And apart from that, the more appropriate usage of the screen would have been the cherry on the cake. Over to the contest here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's observe 1 minute of silence. Thank you, timer. I request all the contestants to please keep your cameras on. I will also request our judge Riddhi to share a short feedback to the contestant number 8.
Yeah, Toastmaster Shubham, I appreciate how minutely you have observed the test speaker and how well you presented each and every minute details about the speaker. The only feedback that I would like to give you is you yourself need to slow down your pace, either use pauses because it was clearly visible that you are either nervous or seeing the timer cards you are speeding up. So use pauses and just slow down your speech. That's it. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Riddhi. Techmaster, kindly bring contestant number 9 to the main room.
Contestant number 9, please turn on your mic. And
Yeah,
please repeat after.
am I audible?
Yep. Please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Your voice is breaking.
Yeah.
Am I-
Can you repeat it? Today is a wonderful day. Can
I
you
have
hear
to
me?
repeat.
Yes.
Today is a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Can we move ahead with the timer cards check? Please confirm the color of the card.
This is a gray color. This is green, yellow, red.
Thank you so much. Let's welcome our next contestant, Neeraj Pandey, contestant number 9. Contestant number 9, Neeraj Pandey.
Atiti, tum kab jaoge? This is the movie I got reminded of when I heard the speaker say her speech. Guess when will you leave? Sorry, aunt, for that. But the way she blended this rather mundane topic into such beautiful areas of interest that I was flabbergasted. She used great sense of propping, like the way she used her props, it was made for those purposes, it seemed. When she used her mask, the different set of people she described as intrusive thoughts, they were described in a way which felt like this was so apt, this had to be put in that moment itself. The third thing which I like the most about the speaker is that she also, emulated and she showcased her academic acumen when she talked about how the Britishers ransacked the Indian interests. So I think that was a job very well done when it comes to, showcasing your academic interest in a speech and blending topics into a rather simple speech which feels so connected in it. Although the speech was great, The speech was great, but I have a few tips for the speaker in order to elevate the speech from being great to even greater. First of all, I felt that since this topic is very mundane, the speaker could have used a greater vocal modulation, the tonal modalities which we speak about. Like, oh, somebody has arrived. Oh no, he was rather an intrusive thought. So what this does is that it sparks up a very mundane topic. So even if the topic is quite simple, the way the tonality is modulated and fluctuated, the speaker and the audiences are, all ears to what the speaker has to say about it. Could be done. The second is that the choice of the environment. The speaker spoke from a place where, there were distractions in the background. So me as an audience, when I'm hearing somebody speak, whenever there's a background direction, wherever there is a background movement for a split second, what happens is that my attention is diverted from the speaker to the audience, however concentrated I am. It gets, diverted for that, the nick of time. And that what that does is that somehow disrupts the flow of the audience and the concentration from which we are listening. So I think that the since it's an online contest, I think the speaker could have done away with the background, adjusted. And the third thing is that whenever you're speaking from this distance, what happens is that it feels quite suffocating because we as audience can't see you in the full way. So once you step back, you're allowing yourself not only to breathe, but the space is also enlarged. So once the space is enlarged, it gets you a more, a greater vacuum to operate with. And all in all, a great speech. I think the few more, I think, good points to like about is that she ended with a bang. The message was very clear. Oftentimes, what happens that people only tell about the ailment, not the remedy. My speaker did it, and all the best for the speaker's future endeavors. Back to the contest chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All the contestants, please keep your cameras on. Let's observe 1 minute of silence.
Can I take my seat?
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you so much, Timer. Now I would request DTM Kaushik to share a short feedback to the contestant number 9.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So congratulations on delivering the evaluation. I really like the structured way you presented your evaluation. Like you were also like when you were presenting the recommendations, you pointed out one, two, three, and points like that. So they had the feel of a bullet point being coming up with the description and all. Only one recommendation is I would request you to when you are delivering your recommendations or your commendations, a few filler words like was being repeated a few times. So the smoothness of the delivery can be worked on a little bit. Well, if you look at the evaluation judges ballot, it doesn't make any much of a difference that way because there's no marks on delivery. But as a speaker, we would like to be a little more smoother. And so that is one recommendation I thought I can share with you. How to do that? Maybe if you slow down the thought or calm yourself down a little bit with what you want to say and then deliver, probably that will be even creating a better impact. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
DTM
Toastmaster
Kaushik.
Kaushik.
I request Techmaster to bring contestant number 10 into the main room.
Contestant number 10, please turn on your mic and please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Uh, just a second. Can I just open my sheet now?
Yes, you can use your sheet. Please, can you repeat? It's a wonderful day.
Okay. It's a wonderful day.
Perfect.
Please,
Now,
please share the time cards. Yeah.
can you please let us know the color that you can see on your screen?
I can't just see. I can just see evaluate to elevate now.
The background
It's
color,
green.
please.
It's green now. Yellow. Red.
Perfect. Contest here, I confirm that the contestant number 10 is clearly audible and visible, and she can even see all the time cards. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Let's welcome our next contestant, Mansi, contestant number 10. Contestant number 10, Mansi.
What a compelling speech we just witnessed. Kudos to the speaker who took us to that roller coaster ride. The speaker did not just talk about negative thoughts, she personalized them, made us feel that weight by showing the props, and then offered us the path of solution, reflection, and taking a pause. That something made her speech totally transformation from the problem to the solution. Let's begin. What were the positive parts of her speech? What worked brilliantly? The speech had clear and logical flow, from sparking curiosity to defining the intruder in our lives to a personalized story and final the cure. And she has ended it up with a fine message and conclude the story very well. And that made it easy to flow and understand. But what I found it the most unique part of her speech was the way she brought up the solution. She moved that part. The transition was very smooth by adding one particular element that she made somebody and she found the cure, and now we all have that curiosity. So that was extra layer that made that message more authentic. Now let's see her delivery where the actual magic happened. Despite of this virtual space, she just showed us that how we can move towards the screen and far of the screen when there was something very important. She came far towards the screen and talked about the solution, so that worked very well. So coming to the recommendation part, while her she was following a good pace, but there was some miss in the pitch and the volume. She could just mention about the cure like in a good volume, or she can just make some unique voices in play with the pitches. That way, her speech could be well voice variety, and all the vocal variety play a important part in a virtual space. So there was one more thing. Initially, she was doing this, like moving her lips, tongue. So that showed her nervousness. So she can work on it. Overall, her speech was bang on. Her facial expression was spot on. She was talking about the positive. When she was talking about the solution, there was a smile on her face. So her facial expression says it all. Overall, the speaker delivered more than a message. She delivered a movement, reflection, and personal breakthrough. So kudos to the speaker today. It was amazing speech. Over to the contest chair.
Thank you so much. Let's observe 1 minute of silence for judges to mark the ballots. Thank you, timer. I would like to ask all the contestants to please keep your cameras on and would request our judge DT and Kaushik to share a short feedback to the contestant number 10.
Thank you so much. So, congratulations on delivering the evaluation, and I really appreciate the way you took it forward. The commendations were spot on, so were the recommendations, and then closing it off with the summarization. For you, I have only one recommendation that when you are moving between commendation to recommendation, or when you are starting off with the commendations, if you can share something which was a prime takeaway for you from the speech that was delivered, because you delivered how you, in your commendations you said how the speaker was facial expressions on happiness, on when the points like the call for action and everything, you mentioned them perfectly. But what was that one message that you take away, maybe you felt that connected most to you? If you can share that as well, it will add a little more value to your evaluation, also motivate the speaker, and make help you connect better with the audience and in times. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, DTM Kaushik. Tech Master, kindly bring the contestant number 11 and the only contestant left to the main room. Can we see contestant number 11? Yeah. Okay.
Contestant number 11, please turn on your mic and please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day.
Firstly, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay. Today is a wonderful day.
Perfect. Now please look at your screen and tell us which color you can see in the background.
Gray,
Now,
green, yellow, red.
perfect. Contestant, I confirm that contestant number 11 is clearly audible and visible, and she can also see all the cards. Over to you.
Can I please turn on the light?
Yeah, please.
Or
Let's welcome our next contestant, Drishya. Contestant number 11. Contestant number 11, Drishya.
what what if, what if I told you that Toastmaster Rashika just gave a relatable, impactful, yet an impeccable speech? Please give me a virtual raise of hands. Quite a few. And how many of you think that the story that Toastmaster Rashika told us was relatable and we could connect with us? Please give me a virtual raise of hands. Because so do I. Contestant, fellow Toastmasters, and not so unwanted guest. Today we witnessed not only just a speech in this evaluation contest, but a natural daily occurrence that each of us goes through. Toastmaster Rashika delivered a wonderful structured speech which started with the beautiful introduction of these unwanted creatures, how they attack us, and how we need to be beware of them, transforming into the body conclusion, how her own authentic story came into place, and in the end, giving an authentic conclusion. The solution, the attention that we all need. But in Toastmaster Rashika's speech, amongst all the things that I loved, one of the few things that were on top were her gestures. Her gestures complementing every word she spoke. Whether it was beware or these unwanted guests come in disguise. Each gesture added power and influence to her speech. Second of all, how can we forget audience engagement? In every aspect of Toastmaster Rashika's speech, it felt like we were in her place. We were in her speech. Whether she asked us the question, what would you do if you encountered these unwanted guests? Or whether she was pointing us that what if you, or all of us are encountering these unwanted guests? By doing these gestures, by having these questions, there was a certain level of audience engagement that Toastmaster Rashika gave us. And she actually made us feel into the speech. And thirdly, excellent expressions. Props and expressions were the highlight of the speech. Whether she was expressing her emotions, confused, frustrated, or maybe angry. But amongst this, the prop stood out. She gave us a visual appeal to how these negative thoughts, these obstacles would look like in the form of paper cutouts. All of these in totality gave us a conclusion and an essence to the speech. However, in Toastmaster Rashika's speech, there were certain unwanted guests, like vocal variety. At certain points, I felt that the pace was too monotonous. Maybe at places she could have said, instead of that, what if you encountered it? She could have said, what if you encountered it? And second of all, maybe it's an online meeting and we can't do much about it. But standing on the stage, setting the camera somewhere can actually take the speech to the next level and gave a different dynamic to the speech. But overall, excellent speech, excellent storytelling. Overall, non-verbals were to the next level. And I'm sure that Toastmaster Rashika is on her way to become the public speaking maestro. But by keeping this evaluation into mind, she can reach on to the next level. Contest chair.
Thank you so much. Let's observe 1 minute of silence.
Contest 1 minute is over.
Thank you so much. Now I would request one of the judges, Riddhi, to share a short feedback to the contestant number 11. And everyone, please keep your cameras on. It's only a few minutes away from the closing.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Drisha. You delivered a very well evaluation of the speaker. You mentioned all the commendations to the point and were, minutely observed from the speaker's speech. The only recommendation that I would like to give you is you were repeating her name multiple times. Instead, you could have used some pronouns. And another thing, I was expecting some recommendation on the content type also. One recommendation that you gave was for her delivery. The second recommendation, which was related to the space and camera angle, that was but obvious and we cannot do anything for the online meeting. So I was expecting something other which could help her in online meetings as well. That's the only thing. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Riddhi. Now, as we're waiting for the results to come out, I would request our judges to share an overall feedback. I'll go to DTM Kaushik.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. It was a unique way of hosting an evaluation contest wherein we didn't just witness evaluations, but also evaluators were evaluated. And I really liked the energy, the professionalism of the contestants. Our test speaker delivered a wonderful speech. We had our timer, contest chair, tech manager, sergeant at arms who were helping out in different capacities. The evaluations were spot on in most of the cases, had diversity in terms of recommendations that were brought in, which shows the vast richness of the analytical skills our evaluators could bring forth today. I'm sure that the speakers evaluators rather, who spoke towards the beginning and heard the other evaluators had a great time and had a lot of takeaways that they can carry on with them. We did share some recommendations, myself and my fellow judge over time with the evaluators. I am sure that it will help all the evaluators practice those in not just their evaluations in future, but also others who listen to those. Maybe there might be scenarios where they can also implement those feedbacks in their way. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great time being here, and I wish you all a great rest of Sunday and the next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DTM Kaushik. And next is our Toastmaster Riddhi. Do you want to share any general feedback?
Nothing much. It was almost covered by distinguished Toastmaster Kaushik. The same goes here as well. I totally enjoyed it. And all the evaluations were really marvelous. And I would say Toastmaster Rashika must now be confused with all the recommendations and commendations. So no worries, the test speech was also very good, very good. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Riddhi. Rashika, do we have you here? Would like to hear from you about your experience.
I think she left the contest here.
I'm
Okay. Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you for providing such feedbacks. Different contests. So I'm not from District 41. So we witness a contest where contestants receive feedbacks, but here contestants were receiving feedbacks. So for me, double evaluation. What contestants recommended me and what judges thought those recommendations. So thank you for having me here and allowing me to share my thoughts and receiving a feedback from a totally fresh audience. I have received a lot of feedback from around 11 contests. If it's allowed, if structure allows, can I have a few points from the judges as you have recommended your contestant? If you can suggest me something.
Yeah, maybe Riddhi wants to share.
Okay, so just a second. I do have noted something. Just a second. Okay, so I would say definitely the speech, your delivery part was no doubt 110%. It was to the apt with your voice modulation. Also, somewhere it was, I noticed that you did used some voice modulation and the hand gestures. Also, your facial expression was also very good. For the content part, I was looking that when you mentioned that focus on the attention on the positive side. So in general, what we experience is we do know theoretically, like we should focus on the positive, but how actually we focus? You should have, you gave the solution, but how to do that? How to solve that? That was what I was looking in your speech as an audience. So that is my recommendation for your speech. Over to you, Kaushik, if you would like to say anything.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vriddhi. I have received the ballots results, and just allow me 1 minute. There's one disqualification based on the timings. Okay. Now I'm going to share the results. Please, if we can virtually show your love onto the emoticons or wherever. So the third place of this round goes to Toastmaster Neeraj.
Thanks all. Thank you.
Thank you. Second place goes to Toastmaster Rovanti Neha Bej. And the winner of, although you're all winners, the first place goes to Toastmaster Anusha. Thank you so much. As we wrap up today's evaluation contest, I would like to thank everyone who made this event possible. Obviously, our esteemed judges, dedicated role players, and all of you enthusiastic contestants. Each of you played a vital role in making this contest a success. Let's continue to celebrate the spirit of learning, feedback, and growth that Toastmasters stands for. Thank you once again. Signing off for today and see you into the next rounds. Thank you. Bye-bye.